Finally back, man. Finally back. Been too fucking long. I guess I should start by apologizing. Just got so busy with school stuff and shit. Fucking last week was rough, man. Last week was rough.
Shit happens, bro.
Had to call in sick, essentially. But we back though. We back. And what a week to come back, man. I mean, where else can we begin? Eric Ten Hag is out, man. Eric Ten Hag is out, and Ruben Amorim is in. Out of nowhere, I wouldn't say necessarily, because like a lot of people had been saying it for a while, but definitely unexpected with the timing. I don't think now was, it was a bit earlier than I think people expected, but yeah, bruh. I mean, I guess I'll kind of just take over for a second.
Yeah, honestly, bro. How do you feel about this?
Because it's been a mixed...
Last time we spoke about this, you were still fully in.
And I still was until the second I saw the news. And part of me still, like, I'm not saying I feel like it was the wrong decision, but I feel like you could have justified it either way. And I would have understood if we would have stuck with them. I was still in the camp of sticking with them. I felt like there was still room for growth with Ten Hag. Yeah. However, the results being what they've been for so long, like, at a certain point, you just got to look at that shit and be like, bro, like, what are we doing, So, with how bad it was last season, like, we were really bad last season. And then how kind of bad it started this season, like, bro, what... I made all the excuses in the world for him, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you either got to do it or you're not going to do it. You know what I mean? So it's just, it is what it is. It's an unfortunate situation for him as a manager. I think that he obviously had so many options coming out of Ajax, and he kind of took a chance coming to United, and it didn't really work out, and it's definitely tainted his reputation as a manager. I feel like the players kind of let him down to an extent, and that's something that happens like at the end of every cycle with the manager, which is really frustrating. Like, there's something with these players that, like, they just don't turn up the same. Like, we've already seen in the last couple games how much more aggressive they've looked on the ball.
Actually, able to finish the ball.
I feel like we've seen a lot more just effort in every area from the players, and it's like, bro, where the fuck was this shit like a month ago? So that's frustrating as a fan. And as someone who felt like Ten Hag wasn't, like, the core problem, seeing this shit, I'm worried that, like, we're about to restart the same fucking cycle with fucking Amorim. But at the same time, I'm trying to be optimistic because he seems like a really interesting manager. His tactics are really cool with Sporting. He's gotten really great production out of some players over there. They obviously just had a crazy-ass result today against Manchester City in the Champions League. And overall, like, I like that we went in a little bit more of an, I don't want to say unexpected direction, but, like, all the bigger names that we were linked with, we didn't just run to the first, big manager that's managed other big teams or some other shit. Like, we didn't go chasing none of that. Like, we went after someone who's, it seems like, has a real vision with how they want to play football, and hopefully we will kind of adapt with that with this new ownership structure that we've got. So I'm hoping that it's the start of, like, a new project that's really from the ground up built by Ineos and has, like, proper planning and structure, and we kind of can achieve goals over time and get to a place of being a more competitive team consistently. Because I think every United fan would agree that where we're at right now is not where we want to be. And so, yeah, like, is sacking the manager the answer? I guess we'll see. But there's still some pretty glaringly obvious issues in the team. Like, I feel like just looking at the Chelsea result over the weekend, like, I do think it was good getting a draw against a team like Chelsea, who's been one of the best teams in the Premier League so far this season. But still, we had chances where we could have won that game.
Okay.
And if we have more lethal players up front, I feel like... And you could say that about, like, Arsenal. Many teams in the Premier League kind of have that same issue where they play some good football and don't always finish the shit. It's just tough, bro. Like I feel like we're in a spot where some of the problems we have aren't necessarily fixable with better coaching. Some of the problems that we did have, yeah, hopefully we'll have some better defensive structure. Hopefully we're not as open in midfield, because that was one of the consistent problems with Ten Hag, and one of the things that I hoped Ugarte would solve. But that was kind of one of the things that did kind of start to turn me on Ten Hag a bit, was that the Ugarte signing hadn't looked good in the beginning. And I started to realize that I don't know if anyone besides like the very best number 6 players in the world can accomplish what Ten Hag wants out of this role, because he asks a lot of them in defense and progressing the ball forward. You have to be a really good player to do that. And in Ajax, when you're the best team in the league, I feel like he was able to get away with stuff like that, and I'm not sure if he ever fully adapted to playing in a league that's so much more competitive and where you have to be so much more careful with the risks you take. And so, there was some issues like that where I felt like maybe Ten Hag could have done some things differently, and maybe we could have done some things differently, like actually really prioritizing Frankie de Jong and getting that deal done, because I think that could have changed everything. Because that's one of the few players.
He didn't want to go.
That's one of the few players that could have actually changed the situation.
He did not want to go.
That's what the story seems to be, yeah. But I do feel like that had we been a bit more aggressive in that, I don't know if it would have been up to him. At the end of the day, you're an employee of the team you play for. And Barca are a club that's desperate financially. And I feel like there was something to be exploited there that we didn't fully exploit, which bums me out because he's a special player who's not being still like fully utilized by Barca, and would have really shined, I think, in the 6 in that Ten Hag system. But regardless, that's just one of the, again, like, that's one of those things that'll be debated. Like, you could go through every United manager post Fergie, and there's moments where like certain signings needed to be made to like fully invest in the tactical system that manager wanted to play, and we are always like halfway in, halfway out. Like, we'll give you something close to what you want, but not exactly, and expect you to kind of make something out of it. And some managers do better than others, but I'm hoping that'll be the Ineos difference, is that this Ruben Amorim guy comes in and tells the people in charge, hey, Jim Ratcliffe, these are the types of players I need if you want me to be successful. And they go out and get not close to those types of players, kind of those types of players, but those types of players specifically. And like really enable him to succeed. So I think it's a lot of it is just that Ten Hag was still dealing with the final ages of the Glazers, in my opinion. Like, bro, he came into a fucking shit show. Everything post Ole and then Rangnick and shit. Like, the Manchester United he came into was an absolute fucking mess. And it's kind of like that now. But I would say much better off than we were when he took over. Like, there's not nearly as much drama. We're still not as good on the pitch, but there's not these constant stories coming out. Like, I think he made us a more...
Ronaldo.
Exactly. Even Rashford has not been in the headlines as much recently. We don't have the Sancho shit floating over us anymore. Like, there was a lot of shit going on. I feel like Ten Hag, you have to give him credit that he's made the club more disciplined, because that was one of the things he was very big on. Like, one of the first big early stories that happened, I think his first preseason tournament, we were in Australia. This is like the weird shit that I'll be remembering about the club. We were in Australia for our preseason tournament, and Garnacho, it was his first time with the first team on a preseason tournament. He showed up late to a meeting. And he got fucking benched for the game that he was supposed to play in. Like, he was supposed to be playing, and he didn't. And it was like a big thing because like previously under managers like Ole and shit probably would have maybe gotten let slide because Garnacho's such a hyped up young talent and the fans really wanted to see him, and so like fuck it, we'll just let him play regardless. And that was one of those moments that showed like, oh, he's really gonna be disciplined, he's gonna be different. Something similar happened with Rashford not long after that. Like, he had done this type of shit to show that he wanted to be a more just, I keep saying discipline, but I feel like that's the word. Like, just trying to keep everyone kind of locked in together. And that was a serious problem. Like, a lot of players have talked about how, again, players like Pogba and shit would be turning up late to training and everything and shit like that. Like, I'm pretty sure none of that was happening under Ten Hag. And that's the reason why Sancho never lasted, because he didn't want to get onto that level, being disciplined and everything like that with the team. And so we said, fuck it, bro. Go play for Chelsea and shit. Have fun. So I guess I go on this little rant, say all this to say, like, I think a lot of people are going to look back in hindsight and say that Ten Hag was a failure, Ten Hag was trash, Ten Hag was this and that. If we end up being successful under Amorim, a lot of that is going to be due to the changes that Ten Hag made to the club first and foremost. Like, he took us from a place of just so much chaos and kind of brought it together, and would be willing to take the shit from the media himself. Like, he would go out and make these crazy statements and so many times you see a Fabrizio Romano post of him saying, well, I win trophies, I do this, I'm a success. Like, he would always put the pressure on himself and never the players, and I always thought that was on purpose. Like, he tried to remove the because he knows what it is being a Manchester United player. So let me not say, oh, Rashford has to do better, fucking Onana has to do better, Maguire, Casemiro, whoever it is. He would always put it back on himself and say, I'm a great manager, I'm an elite manager, I win trophies, I do this, I do that. And yeah, people would roast him for it because our results weren't looking good. But you know who they're not roasting? Our players. And so I feel like he was willing to put himself in front of the media and make himself like the shield for the rest of the team. And I always respected him for that shit. And so there was a lot of things that he did that I was always a big fan of. And that's why ultimately I'm going to always say I'm a fan of Ten Hag. I hope he's successful wherever else he goes. I'm not going to be one of those fans that's like dogging on the fool for whatever else going forward. I hope he's successful. But I also, at the same time, like I said, I could understand the fact of, like, bro, we're just not successful enough right now. And sometimes just change is necessary. And he wasn't the guy that was brought in by Ineos. We have a totally new ownership structure. So it makes sense that they would want to do something that's under their vision. And I'm hoping that that's what we do. I mean, I'm not even sure when he's going to be showing up. That's one thing I haven't had the time to even look into. When will Amorim start?
He just left his last game today for the Champions.
That was the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Let's see. So he'll be joining on Monday, November 11th. Got it. So I think we have one more game coming up this weekend. A couple more games, actually. So we've got our Europa League game this Thursday, and then we've got a game against Leicester this weekend in the Prem. And those will be the last games that Van Nistelrooy will be the manager for. And then he will take over before. That makes sense because it looks like there's an international break in there. He will be first game in charge against Ipswich later this month. I mean, honestly, good timing in the sense that he's got a good run of games. He's got Ipswich, Bodo Glimt in Europa League, and then Everton in the league before getting to Arsenal. But, like, that's a game that even if we lose, no one will get that upset at him because probably no one expects us to beat Arsenal realistically. And then he's got Nottingham Forest. Like, really the rest of this year, we don't have too many brutal-ass fixtures. We have Manchester City mid-December, Tottenham right after that. That's literally it, though, as far as, like, tough games the rest of this year. So I guess I can understand it from that perspective, too, the timing from the board of, like, let's get them in nice and early before. Because, like, if Ten Hag would have fucked up this whole run of games,
that would have been interesting.
That really would have cooked our season. So I guess it makes sense timing-wise, like, let's get them in with a decent run of games and hopefully get them going early. Because even if he doesn't do great early, we'll have the excuse of, like, bro, he just got here, give that motherfucker a second to goddamn learn the goddamn league and everything. Fool doesn't even never heard of no Ipswich. Now he's got to go play there. That's bullshit. So fucking, if that's the case, we got a little pass. And then if he's cooking, he's fucking cooking. And we're chilling.
We'll see, bro.
So I kind of like it.
It's an interesting manager transfer, bro.
So let me ask you this. As a non-United fan, I would even argue potentially somewhat of a United hater at times.
Yeah. Just because you support him.
Understandable. What are your thoughts on this? Unbiased thoughts on this. Just what's your genuine, deep down thoughts on it?
Like I said, it was an interesting transfer, bro. I don't know if it's too early because he just barely took over that Lisbon team, no? I know he's been, like, somewhat managing it, like, for a minute or some shit like that, but, like, he just barely got his license or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
But he learned under the great one, the special one, Jose Mourinho.
Fair.
He's got aura, bro.
We'll see, man. It's an interesting transfer.
He played with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Didn't expect that, bro.
Just imagine the aura transfers he's in taking place.
I just remember when I would ask you who would replace him, you'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah. See, that was my thing. Is
And
this
I have your
dude
answer,
dead ass? I'll be real, cause like there's been so much other like I've been a busy ass fool, so I'd be watching United and focusing on that. Motherfucker don't be knowing what's going on with Sporting Lisbon right now. I know about Victor Gyökeres because I fuck with that fool as a player, but I didn't know they were doing this good. I didn't know about their coach, and so when I heard it was this guy, honestly, I had never seen his name before, and so I was like, fuck, let me look into this fool, see what it is. And I saw the way that he was playing at fucking Sporting, like the little 3-4-3 and everything, and just saw his whole background, like you were kind of talking about, with he hasn't barely kind of came into coaching recently, got his coaching badges at United partially working under Mourinho, like just some interesting shit about him. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I really like the hire from that kind of perspective. The fact that, like I said, the fact that he's more of an unknown, like just someone that seems like he has more room to grow rather than someone like a fucking, like one of the names I saw a lot of United fans throwing around when we were talking about potential hires was that was one of them, but that what I was gonna say was Zidane.
Oh.
A lot of fans wanted Zidane because he's like the big name guy. He's won so much and everything. Oh, he's won so and so Champions Leagues. How do we not get that guy? It's like, bro, like
Can't be up injury, bro.
I don't know, bro. Like I don't know about that. And then honestly, same thing with Xavi. Like I just feel like those are managers where conditions have to be pretty specific. The football has to be very specific, and to be real, they probably are gonna do better at teams that are the best teams in their league, or like better teams in their league, versus a team like United that's trying to become one of the better teams in the league. So hopefully Amorim is one of those guys. I guess we'll see. Like the only thing I'm concerned about is, as a player, are you gonna look at this guy and think like, who the fuck is this? For real, like I feel like that is that's part of the reason why these big name managers get jobs a lot of times, is because they know the players will
respect them a little bit more.
Listen to them when they first come in the door, and if shit goes well, you continue to have that respect.
But then it could always go fucking south. Which is
of course, yes, but it's different. I feel like when you're coming in as more of an unknown manager, you have to kind of earn that respect off the rip. And it's like you said, if it goes bad, you never even get that respect in the first place. At least when you're a known manager, you kind of come in ahead of the game a little bit as far as the players respecting you. You know what I mean? But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it was a smart hire. I'm happy with the direction we're going. I cannot be real, bro.
What?
The fact that fool beat Man City today.
That shit was fucking...
Just put yourself in my shoes for 2 seconds. Imagine, just in a parallel hypothetical universe, Arteta just got sacked. Some new gaffer from the championship, some up-and-coming manager that you've never heard of, but he plays some exciting football, just got hired.
Okay.
And then in FA Cup semi-final, they upset Tottenham. But like the week before he's about to start working for Arsenal. Would you not be like, holy fuck, this guy, like, I know coaches don't have jerseys, but can I get a jersey? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, would you not be so on board? So how do you think I felt today, bro? You see what I'm saying? Like, the fact that he is about to show up at our doorstep, and one of the last games he ever played was clapping your rival as the underdog who no one thought was going to win. Come on, bro.
Okay. Do you think he's going to be able to play the same football?
I mean, I don't know. But he doesn't have a Victor Gyökeres at Man United. See if we sign that.
Hoyland, bro. We got Hoyland. What do you mean?
Maybe he gets some more out of Hoyland, yeah. Because I'll tell you what, profile-wise, Xerxes not as much, but Hoyland is actually pretty similar in a lot of ways to Gyökeres. Physically, they're both really like big body guys, but they're really fast. They're good with the ball at their feet, like to drop in and connect play here and there. The one thing that Gyökeres has really good right now, that Hoyland, we're trying to see still if he's going to develop it, is like, that fool's a lethal finisher. He's a pretty lethal finisher. Hoyland right now, sometimes yes, sometimes no, but he's a lot younger than Gyökeres too. That's one thing that people don't really, like, people will just look at them both as like, oh, they're both young players. Victor is motherfucking 25, maybe, I want to say. 24, 25. Like, young, but not like a wonder kid, though. Hoyland is like 20, 21. He's like young still. Like, he hasn't even come close to hitting his peak yet. So we'll see how it continues to develop with that. But I'm happy as hell with it, honestly. Like, like I said, I had mixed feelings on the fact that Ten Hag got sacked, but the hire, now I'm back on board because I really like the new direction we're going. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? But yeah, fuck all this Man United shit, boy. We gotta look at it. The mighty arse, bruh. The mighty arse. As the resident Arsenal fan here on the panel, dígame, compa. What's going on?
We blew it, bro.
Blew it?
Possibly at this moment, yes.
Because Man City haven't looked crazy either.
But Liverpool right now, bro.
But that's probably not going to last the whole season.
We'll see, bro.
I doubt it.
They just
I would be
killed
surprised.
fucking Leverkusen in the Champions League, too.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. We're literally putting ourselves in a tough position, bro.
It definitely isn't where you want to be, like, fighting from behind like this. But, I feel like part of why it's like this for you is because you're a fan and so you're looking at it from more of a depressed outlook. I think that obviously when you get Odegaard back and everything's looking good, that shit's going to feel a bit better.
I mean, Arteta needs that Champions League win tomorrow, bro. Because I don't know, bro.
That is, we were going to get to that. That is going to be a big game. I'm not going to lie, when I looked at it, I was like, oof, that's a boring-ass game. No disrespect. But, like, nah, bro, no disrespect. Just two defensive-ass teams, though.
Wow.
Two defensive-ass teams. I don't know what's going to happen.
Wow. Might should be the best game.
I hope so, but shit. It's just rough, bro. Like, y'all really don't have an attack.
We don't.
That's fucking shitty, bro. That's shitty. I feel like there's been so many seasons now. How many years now have Arsenal been saying, bro, we need a striker? Because even when Giroud was doing this thing, it was... When did Aubameyang start coming late to training in a Ferrari?
Like 2016, 2017, I think it was.
That's ever since then y'all have needed a striker.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then y'all have needed a striker.
That was in the Ferrari.
I think I remember that day, bro. I remember that day on Twitter. This fool put up late to training in a fucking 458 going crazy. I was like, fuck. Y'all, he will never be the same. And he was sold not long after that, bro. It was cooked. It was cooked. Or I think loan or some shit. But yeah, bro. That fucking, yeah. Damn, yeah. Wow. What a time. But fucking
Aubameyang had a hell of a time.
Ever since then, bro. Because for a minute, if you guys right now had prime Aubameyang, not even prime, just like Arsenal prime Aubameyang, because Dortmund prime Aubameyang, well, that was a different team. Yeah. But Arsenal prime Aubameyang was scoring like right around 20 goals a season. He was a really good striker. And y'all just don't have nothing like that right now, bro. Nothing like that. Fucking everyone be talking about Man United signings. Mikel Merino, what's up? What's up with him? Why doesn't he do shit? Fool's ass. Declan Rice was 100 mil. Why doesn't he do shit? That fool's ass. If these fools were Man United players, everyone would be grilling them every day. I remember how people talked about Pogba. World record fee midfielder, blah, 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 blah.
World Cup champion.
What's up with Rice, baby? This fool's dog shit. Martinelli was supposed to be better than Rashford.
He's on the bench.
Martinelli was supposed to be him.
I told you, bro.
And finally, we get to the star boy. The star boy.
He's not a striker.
No. Bukayo Saka. Right now, I would rather have Cole Palmer Chippy Chip. Chippy Chip, bro. Right now, I would rather have Phil Foden. Right now, I would rather have Garnacho.
I don't know about that one.
Let's talk numbers, bro. Bukayo Saka this season has 3 goals and 7 assists. It's cheeky. That's cute, bro. That's cool.
Lord.
I actually don't know. I literally don't know who has more. I just have a feeling, bro. On some Black Eyed Peas shit. 2 goals, 1 assist.
Yeah.
But he's only motherfucking 20. This for Saka, 23. In 3 years, I guarantee you Garnacho's putting up better numbers than this. I really thought he had more than that. Really? It's because he has more in cups and shit.
That was trash, bro.
Where's all comps? See, in the EFL Cup, he has 3 goals. Bitch, Saka don't got shit. Damn, this fool don't got no goals in Europa. He's still him, though.
Trash.
No cap, I'll take Gardner over him, bro.
Trash as fuck, bro.
I'll take Gardner over fucking Saka.
But still, bro, I don't know. I told you, bro. There was certain players that needed to step up if we're gonna be the world class team to win the fucking champion, bro.
So who's gonna step up?
Bro, I don't fucking know at this point anymore. I hope Saka fucking wakes the fuck up or does something, bro, because I don't even know no more, bro.
Trying to see. Let me do this.
So that's supposedly supposed to be the guy. What did you say, bro?
No, this is not showing you right. Let's see. Let's show 24-25 season. That's tough, bro. That's tough. See, I for the viewers out there, I know I just went silent a little bit. I'm looking up the top scorers in the Premier League. And there's so many guys that I feel like Arsenal could have looked at so many times. Like, Brian Mbeumo's been talked about getting a transfer for a long time. Nicholas Jackson was right there for a transfer. Chelsea snapped him up. Welbeck was an Arsenal player. He was an Arsenal player. And he would be starting for you guys right now. It's insane to me. Ollie Watkins was right there. He's been right there this whole time. No one...
That's a lot of money.
I just don't know, man. John Duran was a signing for Villa recently. I just don't understand how none of these guys have ever crossed your guys' path on the transfers and like, I don't know, man. And then like I was complaining about it during the summer when Tony got his move to fucking Saudi Arabia and Osimhen went to Turkey, and it's like, bro, these are all players that would start for Arsenal right now. What the fuck are y'all doing? And I get it, like, oh, we don't want to overpay. Do you want to win? Because at the end of the day, I guess you have to ask yourselves that question. Like, yes, okay, you don't want to overpay for a bunch of players that aren't that good, but do you want to win games? Do you want to win trophies? Or do you want to be a smart club financially? Because that's cool too, I guess, but it's not going to get you very far with winning shit. So, yeah, bro.
Like, we see fucking got a loan, Sterling.
I guess it's just been disappointing from that perspective. Like,
instead of doing something else, bro, with the fucking money.
Yeah, and how's that going? Yeah. But I don't want to make you fucking cry right now. Let's go ahead and talk about a team that's doing a little better that I know is going to make you happy.
Dun, dun, dun,
Visca Barça, Visca Catalonia.
Visca Barça, Visca Catalonia, bro.
How are we feeling, bro? Y'all are passing some big tests. That's how I've been saying it. Y'all have passed a lot of the big early tests.
Me, bro. Like I told you, I hope I was wrong, bro.
Bayern,
I'm excited about him, bro.
The Bayern game and the Real Madrid game back to back was some crazy shit. Having to come up against that. And to walk away from that on aggregate 8-1 up against both teams is pretty fucking impressive. What's been the reasons behind the success?
Rafinha's cooking, bro. I don't know what the fuck made him start fucking cooking, but I feel like...
You know what made him start cooking.
All the hate, bro. Thought was doing that Neymar shit. You see all that shit last week, bro. Goddamn, bro. But no, bro. Olsen, of course, Lamine Yamal. Fucking, I don't know what the fuck to even say about that phone. At this point, bro, what is he gonna be in 3 years, bro? Is my big question, bro. Once he's like hitting his fucking 2021, bro, if he's doing this good.
A Premier League player?
Nah, couldn't you fucking tripping, bro. You wish, bro. Nah.
That's a fat dude.
Because trash, bro.
Fatty.
No one doesn't even play, bro.
Fatty.
No one doesn't even play, bro.
Alright, bet. We'll see.
But no,
I don't know why I feel like maybe like a PSG.
Who? No, fuck all, nah.
Mm. I'd just be surprised if he was a lifer.
I think he is.
Okay.
I think he is.
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a thing in football period anymore because of the money in the sport. And B, especially with how money's fucked up at y'all club, when his contract renewal comes up eventually and it's like we can only pay you X amount and then there's other teams that are like, we'll pay you 5 times that amount.
Yeah.
When Papa Yamal walks in with he's like, bro, I need the new fucking belts and shit.
Man.
We'll see though. We'll see. I'm just saying we'll see.
He's gonna build a legacy at Barca, bro. No. The only thing that's worrisome is, of course, Lewandowski, but he's still performing right now at the moment.
See, can I just ask you, so just one more on Yamal. Would you have thought the same thing about Neymar at one point? Be honest with me right now. Would you have genuinely thought the same? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And you
but
now let me ask you one more follow-up. Well, just one more follow-up. One more follow-up.
Player, though.
Because this one, I think he's a little bit more similar. We all thought the same thing about Messi, huh?
That's just a financial situation, bro.
What did I just say? I'm not saying it's going to be on some oh fuck Barca shit. I'm just saying money's money, bro. Money's money. Y'all don't got that. It's cold world,
I think
man.
that's going to be the guy we're going to try to keep, bro.
Okay. Sorry, go continue. You were talking about Lewa.
Oh, but yeah, bro. We'll see, bro. It's interesting. He's still performing really fucking good out of his fucking mind, honestly.
Can I ask you about someone?
Who?
Kubarasi. Because I've seen a lot of hype for that guy.
That was fucking cooking, bro.
Where'd he come? Is he La Masia or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's fucking from the youth academy and shit, bro.
And what's his? What are we expecting?
Bro, he's like 17, bro. That was fucking.
He just
going
came out of
crazy,
nowhere.
bro.
Was
Yeah,
he like
bro.
known in the fan base? Was he like talked about before the season, or did he just kind of come out of nowhere?
He just kind of came, bro.
Damn, bro. Well, I mean,
him and Inigo Martinez surprisingly fucking cooking with the offside trap, bro.
I'll tell you what, that shit's... Alright, that is one thing I'm happy you reminded me about that, because I've been wanting to say that on here, because I wanted to make sure this is public.
Okay.
I do think at some point there's an embarrassingly bad big-time L coming down the pipe, because it's just going to take one manager and one team to figure out how to beat it, because it's worked so far. But it's super aggressive.
Yeah.
It's super aggressive. Like, if one player mistimes a step, or if one team figures out how to, like, fake out a run and make some shit work, dude, it's going to be fucking problems. Because it's a very aggressively high line, and they're stepping forwards on top of that. So if you get a player with the timing in behind, we're talking one-on-one
And then we got
goal.
the cigarette smoking Chesney, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So... part of me thinks, and maybe not anytime super soon, because there's not any teams on here within the next, like, few weeks. No one the rest of this month. Honestly, from the looks of it, no one really the rest of this year except maybe Dortmund or Atleti or something that's going to actually give y'all serious problems. Unless, of course, one of these teams just randomly shows up one day and surprises us. Of course, that's always possible. I just feel like at some point, maybe even in like towards the knockout stages of the Champions League or something, yeah. I just worry that at some point it's all gonna go really wrong, and it's the nature of Barca fans. Hansi will never be like respected again because he's already had to build. Like you didn't really know how you feel about it. A lot of fans I feel like didn't know how they felt about it because he wasn't Spanish. He wasn't from La Liga. He hadn't had the best career thus far. He had some success, but I just feel like as soon as one of those bad results comes, it could get really tough for that motherfucker. It was really huge that y'all got Madrid at a point where they're at really poor form and you guys are on really great form. For him to really win that first El Clasico, like, significantly was fucking huge. Fucking huge. So credit to that fool, bro. Credit to that fool. I try to be fair with this shit. Credit to that fool. He fucking really gave himself some time to kind of, all right, let me cook a little bit now, y'all. Like, y'all see what the fuck I'm on. Let me cook a little bit. So, honestly, who the fuck knows, bro? Like, dead ass. If he can get through this season without having one of those super embarrassing results like I'm talking about and can improve the quality of that back line, because I do think this tactic can be something that can work for y'all. I think what you would want and I hate to point straight to your rivals, but if you look at a center back pairing like a Rudiger and Militao, where they're so athletic, where like even if you get into a bit of trouble, you can count on one of them recovering. Yeah. Kubarasi maybe, Martinez I don't think so.
He's been doing decent.
Good so far, but
he's 37.
I feel like if that's what I'm saying. I feel like if y'all go out there and prioritize, and maybe when Araujo comes back, to be fair, I think he'll thrive in a system like this. So I think a strong center back partner for Araujo, and then just someone who's covered if he has another injury or something like that, because you don't want to be relying on one player. I think that this could, who knows? Like I'm starting to potentially see the vision, but at the same time, I do hold my reservations still. I do hold my reservations. And I'm sorry, bro, but there's no way Loa can stay at this form all season. At that fool, I do not. I am a hater of that fool. I don't know why, but I just don't see it anymore. Obviously, Prime Loa was Prime Loa. But it's kind of blowing my mind how well he's doing so far. And I just still feel like it's just a purple patch. There's just something in my heart that's telling me that. And I'll admit it on camera and say that, and if a motherfucker is wrong, I'll come back onto this same camera in this same seat.
You've been wrong so far.
And I'll say my bad.
You've been wrong so
just
far.
Like I've been saying my bad this whole time.
You've been wrong so far,
Fuck yeah, I have been wrong so far. My bad. My bad. But fucking, we'll see, bro. We'll see. That's all I'm saying is we'll see.
Same shit with your mom shit, bro. Talking too much shit, bro.
Nah, bro. That I do think, bro. Come on, bro. There's no way he's a lifer like that.
I'm supposed to be for a lifer.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. How are we feeling about the Champions League today? Sporting versus City. Awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome. Beautiful. I love football. I love this game. Madrid versus Milan. Amazing. Holy shit. That was hilarious.
AC Milan with the comeback.
That was hilarious as fuck, bro. Like, I honestly, in facts, they're kind of, Serie A's low-key a dogfight right now. So it's crazy that they're able to come into Europe and still show a little bit of quality going through all this shit. Pulisic, I wanted a banger on election day. We'll take an assist. We'll take an assist. Fucking Morata scoring against his former club. Hilarious as always.
Came out of nowhere.
And bruh, honestly, I'm gonna have to just another kind of, not necessarily a my bad, but like a low-key damn I've been wrong so far is, bruh, Mbappe. And I know you have been hating on it from the jump because you're a Barca fan, so that's understandable. But as just more of a neutral observer of La Liga, I honestly am stunned. I'm honestly stunned. I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to dominate. I thought he was going to go crazy, bro. I really am so surprised.
It's the issue of trying to fit Bellingham, Vinicius, and all of them, bro.
It is a lot. It is a lot. I almost think that you might have to pull Rodrigo and just do like Vinny, Mbappe, Bellingham as like the front three.
That's what they did today.
And it's still, I saw that's what they tried today and it still didn't really work out. I think that should be it going forward and see if you can find the balance there. But
that's just tough, bro.
You might have to try and find a different way to play Bellingham, like not as advanced as Ancelotti liked using him last season. Because last season he was kind of used there as like out of necessity because they didn't really have a lot of attacking options, and so Bellingham became that attacking option. But now you have that attacking option, and so I feel like he needs to go a bit back more to kind of what we saw at Dortmund, where he was a bit more box to box, kind of playing traditional 8 type of football. Having Bellingham as the 10, kind of free roaming, when Vinny and Mbappe are both already free roaming forwards.
It's hard to get the ball forward, bro.
I guess it's either one of those things where it's either got to click for him eventually.
They miss a Cruz, bro.
Or it's not. Yeah, someone to just kind of control it and find them in space, but yeah, and I guess that is one of the problems too, is the players that they've been signing from a midfield perspective to replace Modric and Cruz have not been like super creative, except for someone like Bellingham. That's why I feel like he needs to just that to me is something I'd like to see, is them playing Bellingham a bit deeper, and then just Vinny and Mbappe as their only attackers. Bellingham in the midfield with like Valverde, some guys that could run a bit more, Camavinga or Tchouameni.
Ancelotti's probably still gonna play Rodrigo though, knowing him.
See, Ancelotti, I don't know if this is the team for him anymore. Because now the vibes ball worked when you had so many guys that were just like such hard workers, and you just needed to get a few guys on the pitch to kind of unlock their creativity. But now you got so much motherfuckers that want to get saucy with it. I feel like
They
you
want
need
the goals, they want the Ballon d'Ors,
a manager who's like a little more structured in their tactics to kind of keep everyone more structured. And so, bro, I don't know, bro. I'm low-key... This Real Madrid shit is crazy. They're kind of ass. Bro.
That's interesting, bro.
They're kind of ass.
After so long waiting for this transfer, bro.
Well, I really thought it was going to work. I think everyone did. It's...
Too much sauce.
Yeah.
It's too much sauce, bro. Anyone wants to get saucy, bro?
I don't know, man. It's been a wild season for Real Madrid so far. Their fans must be feeling fucking crazy because how the fuck did we sign Mbappe and get worse? How the fuck we sign Mbappe and get worse?
That's what I'm saying. We need a striker. We can't use Mbappe right now.
Crazy, bro. Oh, that's crazy to me.
Lower his value.
That is just crazy to me.
What?
I wanted to look ahead to some of the games later this week real quick. We got Barca versus Red Star. I'm pretty sure you guys should take care of business there. Like I said, Inter versus Arsenal. I'm expecting to be a bit of a snooze fest potentially, but we'll see. I think one of the best games is going to be PSG versus Atletico because both of these teams have really struggled so far. I was looking at the standings, and they're both, like, way the fuck down on the table where you would expect them in the whole, like, league thing in the Champions League. So this is a game where I feel like either team that gets a W here can, like, even though neither team is doing really good, like, it's not like you're beating prime PSG or prime Atleti. Just because it's a bigger team, mentally you can walk away like, all right, like, we got our shit back on track. Like, this is a big momentum game for either club. And so whoever wins, I would say look at them to potentially continue success in the Champions League, and whoever loses, maybe look at that as a potential season's over. And I'll tell you where my lean is early if you want to go ahead and smack a little money line on this shit. I feel the Atleti juices. I feel like PSG's just in such a weird transitional state.
They're not too good, bro.
I think Atleti should go out there and take care of business.
They're good for league standards, but I feel like Atletico are
Exactly. So
I'm wrong about them, but yeah.
I'm excited to see how that game goes tomorrow. That'll be an interesting one. The only other shit later this week that's kind of interesting for me personally is obviously United in Europa League. Another Ruud van Nistelrooy classic inbound, I'm sure. Fucking team from Greece. I'm not even going to try to say their name because we're going to fuck their shit up. It doesn't even matter. And if you're a fan of them, come find me and beat me up.
That's sad.
I don't give a fuck, bro. We're going to fuck those fools up. Send them back to Greece packing, bro. Send them back packing.
Send them back packing with 3 points.
For United, yeah, shit. We really like that, bro. They not like us.